What's going on, y'all? It is your boy Coop. So Chroma Prime has arrived. As the world's most interesting man once said, I don't always play Warframe, but when I do, I play Chroma Prime. He literally said that. I saw that in like a Dos Equis commercial. So here's the deal. He came with the Rubico Prime, and he came with the Gram Prime, okay? The Gram Prime is a very expensive cracker, essentially used for upscale s'mores. If you guys didn't know that, it's because you haven't gone camping. The Rubico's okay, guys, okay? This whole video is going to be essentially 5 different Chroma builds as well as a Rubico build. And the Rubico build, the only one I will use, Rubico Prime, I'm sorry, is going to be a Hunter Munitions build because this is a heavily impact puncture based weapon, mainly impact, and you're not breaking down armor with that. Now, we actually get the slash procs on this thing over 100,000, which is crazy. 100k plus slash procs with this, which is insane. So something else, you're always going to have Harkonar scope on, okay? That's what I'm doing in the footage you're seeing right now. Harkonar scope essentially, and I don't know if I'm saying that right, I'm sure I sound retarded to somebody. Here's what it does. It keeps your combo counter going on your snipers, okay? You get 12 seconds extra combo counter. So you see down there at the bottom where I'm getting 5 times damage. That's because my combo counter just never going to reset. And if you're using the Rubico, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, bros, you're going to want to have this on there because it expires every 2 seconds. I believe it's the fastest combo counter of all the snipers. So you have 14 seconds now with this. So in a minute, I think I kill myself. Just so you can see that I still have the combo counter. You see that down there? I can't see what the number is on my screen, but I think it's like 2,000 something. That's what 5 times 2,000 something is what my combo counter is right there. Anyways, you can get some insane numbers. So I believe the mission I'm in right here stayed for about an hour or so, and it was just easy to. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, this is the point in which I get downed. And I should be able to pop right back up. And oh, by the way, guys, the static core with Chroma is just nasty in case you have not tried it. So there you go. You can see my combo counter is just fine, okay? This really makes this sniper fun. Essentially, the longer you go into a mission, the more damage it does. So it kind of helps snipers scale up. Now, still, you're going to want Hunter Munitions on there. Because as you know, it does not matter how much impact you have. There is no amount of impact that is going to strip armor at, you know, high tier enemy levels. Even like at the 150s or 100s even, it's just not going to do anything. You're going to be, you know, it's like, you know, just slapping a bodybuilder on his nipple, okay? That's how you're fighting. You're just like slapping his nipple. And he gets to punch you in the face as hard as he can every time. That's what it's like fighting the Grineer heavy armored units with impact. You're just gonna do absolutely no damage. So let's go ahead and check this build out. So right off the bat, I'm sure you guys see bladed rounds. You don't necessarily have to have that on there. So you got Harkonar scope, Vigilante armaments, split chamber, vital sense, point strike, serration, and Hunter Munitions. You gotta have, and you got a party invite there. So you gotta have Hunter Munitions on there. Now Vigilante armaments and bladed rounds are the 2 that you don't have to have. Now I will say, if you are trying to get a Riven for this, which I do not have because everyone out there has lost their minds, guys. Like they're asking 2K for a Rubico Riven. I'm like, bros. No, too much crack at night. That's what's happened. So Rhyme Round, Malignant Force is a great option there for Viral, because obviously Viral halves the health, and the slash from Hunter Munitions, you know, will bleed out the rest of it. They'll just bleed out much further. And this really only matters once you're getting over levels, say 155 plus. Even at 155 with the Hunter Munitions in any kind of combo counter whatsoever, with bleed procs of over 100k, you're going to one-shot anybody. Now, for a Riven, I would say go ahead and get yourself something with multi-shot. If you got, like, say, multi-shot, crit damage, and toxin, then you could just throw a cold mod on there, and that would be insane, okay? Because the multi-shot, a little more multi-shot, and you would have a 100% chance for Hunter Munitions to proc every time, which means you would always one-shot everybody. Of course, up to a certain level, because even it would just take a little longer to bleed them out once they got such a ridiculously high health pool that they had over 100k health. So all in all, I would say the Rubico is nice. Okay, this is another scene. You can see he pulled my gun out of my hand. I still got my 5 times combo multiplier, and that's 5 times damage multiplier, guys. So each sniper, in case y'all did not know this, say the Lanka has a critical chance multiplier, so it multiplies the amount of crit chance you have. This one is a damage multiplier. They all have something different, I believe. I can't remember what which one has crit damage. I don't remember. Anyways, I have to look that up. The point is, this one's raw damage multiplier, which is nice whenever you're trying to get, when you're using hunter munitions. That just makes it insane, because hunter munitions takes the damage of the weapon, not just the slash damage. Normal slash proc scale off of slash, as opposed to hunter munitions, which is overall damage. And since you're increasing the overall damage with this, it just really works well with hunter munitions, and also the fact that it's a very high crit chance weapon. So guys, moving on, we are going into the Chroma builds, and I got like 5 of them in here, so bear with me, but I don't know which one you're going to want to use, okay? So I got to show you all of them. And to be honest, they're really just kind of extremely similar, so it just depends on how you want to mod for potential other builds that you want to use. So this is Sexy Time USA Chroma, as you can see right here. We got the darker orange. This is the more, you know, metallic gold looking, you know, just looking fine all the way around right there. This is with the Chroma Prime skin and helmet. Now this is not the Prime skin, that's the Grack skin and I think the Tarsk helmet, I believe, and that is the Sexy Cyandana from, I think it came with the Jade set. So that is his deluxe helmet, of course, and I can't remember, is it like Devrin skin maybe? But obviously I have Prime details toggled on, so that's why, you know, he still has the cool looking hands, the cool looking arms and whatnot. I don't know why I'm showing you all this. I just thought, you know, hey, they may as well see what a sexy Chroma is going to look like. So let's go ahead and move into exactly the damage numbers we're talking about here. So the build I was showing y'all before, what you were seeing me with the sniper earlier, that was with armor, an armor mod on there, okay? Now, some of the ones in here are going to be with and without the armor mod. So as you can see right now, with the Rubico, we got a 5 times, and you can see up at the top, I believe it's 1123. Percent is what my armor is. I'm not 100% on that, but look at the slash numbers, okay? This is with a 3.5 multiplier, and I believe the slash numbers are 139,000 and, you know, some change. 139,000. That's so every time they proc the slash, you know, so that bleed is going to continue. So that's every time like the gush of blood shoots out, okay, that they lose 140,000 essentially health. That is crazy, okay? That's insane. And these are level 155, so the highest level that you can currently spawn in Warframe in the locker room. So as you can see, I do have them paused here for this just so you can see. Now, Hunter Munitions does not proc every single time, and actually that time I shot through one guy's face and killed the guy behind him, which is totally weird. So Hunter Munitions is not always going to proc, and that is why a Riven with multi-shot would be absolutely insane. I would say crit damage would be nice because you're already at 100%, unless you have an enormous amount of crit chance that maybe you can get it. Well, I guess crit chance could be good if you have enough multi-shot. It just would depend, I would say, but multi-shot would be the best. So essentially, what you're going to be deciding between here is, like, look at how crazy that is. 3 dudes, 155, all dead just because the slash proc actually procced. That is insane, guys. So you're going to be choosing between Umbral mods, so Umbral Intensify and Umbral Vitality, which I assume a lot of people are going to be using, but I found one build that you can actually use all 3 Umbral mods, which I believe gets Umbral Intensify up to 60% strength if you have it completely maxed out. If you're 1 dot away, it gets it up to 55 power strength. So let's go ahead and look at these 4 or 5 Chroma builds, and you can decide which one. So first up, this is just your common Warframe build, guys. If you just got the normal mods, no Umbrals, you don't want to use the Umbrals, this is a decent one for like newer or even just regular players who want some armor on there, because your second ability is going to scale with the amount of armor you have, okay? Now, this next one is going to have the Umbral Intensify, Umbral Vitality, okay? So it has a little more strength. So I think you're sitting at like 308 or so strength. So this is a pretty common build, but you have to have Steel Charge on there in order to accomplish this build. Like, you have the exact amount of mod space to do this. Now, this is the last version here, and this one's just more power strength, okay? Now, here's how you can put it so you have all of your Umbral mods on. And I know I'm moving through this pretty fast, but I know you guys can just pause this at any time and see what the polarities are and so on and so forth. But the polarity setup I have was what gave me the maximum amount of diversity so I could make different builds through all of this. Now, this one's actually really cool, and I'm going to show the rest of the footage with this one. If you put Growing Power on here, guys, okay? You can actually throw on energy conversion, I believe it is. And energy conversion and growing power is going to give you 80% more power strength whenever you proc a status chance, which is quite nasty, quite insane. Okay, that's crazy actually. And I don't have the combo counter up at this point in time, but I remember the slash numbers were humongous. Like, I think it was 159,000 just now. That was what the slash procs were, and this is not with a combo counter built up or anything, so it'd be much higher than that even, which is crazy. And this is just from increasing the damage. Now, I'm going to go ahead and apply a status effect on these guys so y'all can see exactly what happens here. So this right here, guys, is, I mean, crazy. Look at the Elemental Ward and Vex Armor, the 2 and the 3, because those are the only ones we're looking at. Look at that armor percent increase, guys. That's crazy. That's like 1100%. That's insane. As well as the damage multiplier, which is, you know, almost at 11%. I can't see the number. Maybe it's 10 something. And then, obviously, the damage multiplier on Elemental Ward. That's nuts. Look at the armor you're getting. An incredible amount. So, all in all, it's pretty insane. Now, the problem is I have to proc a status chance just to be able to show y'all that, so that's exactly what I was doing. So if you want to go just out and go crazy, you can throw Growing Power, but you're not going to be able to have an Exilius mod on there. And since I play a lot of solo, I have to have a enemy sense, because the enemies will not start running to you if you don't have that on there. They don't start running to you until they appear on your mini-map, so you kind of have to have enemy sense up there if you're playing by yourself. Anyways, guys, that is going to be all for me. Let me know what you think. Be sure that you mod the polarities and the Exilius with the dash polarity if you want to be able to swap between all the builds here. The only reason I modded that way is because it's kind of a weird way, I know, but it gives you the most freedom to switch it up in case you don't want to stick with a particular build, I guess. You know, I didn't want to throw more D polarities in there, you know, and then you're stuck having to put health or armor mods on there. But if you don't want them, that was the only way I saw to accomplish that. So if you want to check out any of those, just be sure you pause it on whichever one. The one that I use the entire time is the Umbral. Actually, I'll just throw it up here right now. Yeah, here we go, this one. So as you can see, you got your Umbral Vitality and Umbral Intensify. So this is the main one I use. I think it's the easiest to get through. I'll just keep the other ones up here at the end while I finish out. But anyways, guys, that is going to be all for me. So hope that wasn't too confusing. The main thing, just remember, is to get the polarities lined up like this, because then you can swap out the mod you need. I can't speak. But also, you're only focusing on your second and third ability. Okay, that's what this is centered around, because those are the only two that are useful. Okay, the other two are awesome looking, but they suck. All right, and I also have Arcane Guardian on these. You can obviously swap out a lot of different stuff depending on if you're hunting the Terrorist or not. This is mainly just for all-around Warframe play, and their survivability, you're gonna have enormous amounts of armor all around. It's a pretty good deal. Anyways, guys, that is gonna be all for me. I will be back with another video. I'm still working on this Warframe censorship video, which is kind of hilarious, just the idea of it. But I'll be back soon. Peace.